Big ideas. What are the academic benefits of focusing a lesson surrounding big ideas? Well, if the kids can see the big picture, they can catch their own mistakes. They can understand how to work through the process and know, okay, for example, if the number is 200 times 4, it's going to be 800. They can see that. They know that if they have good number sense. Um, they're going to understand that, for example, if we make it a little more difficult and we add a 6 in there, so 206 times 4, it's just going to be a little bit more than 800. It allows them to understand that there's no way the answer can be 2000, for example, 2016. That was just a number I plucked. I just plucked a number. So it couldn't be 2016. It would have to be somewhere near 800. So big ideas are important. Number sense is important in order to help some children who struggle with math see the entire picture. To me, guesstimation in math is as important as precision. Helps them to do multiple choice questions more quickly. Sometimes you don't even have to work it out if there's only one that's logical. So big ideas, very important. We watched a video on multiplication and division strategies. This teacher was unbelievable. She was so good. I learned so much from her. With multiplication, she brainstormed with the kids. She allowed them to see a problem. She allowed them to talk about it. And then she brought them all back together and said, what did you see? And then she wrote down the examples. She kind of led it. One example is 5 times 4 is the same as 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. It could also be the same as 5 times 2 plus 5 times 2. Another concept is adding groups. So a group of 5 4 times. Then the teacher proceeded to draw out a picture of the group. So she drew 4 little circles, 4 groups of 5. And then she drew little dots inside the circles. And then she moved them to representing them without drawing each little piece out. And I wrote it out for you, so I'll show you on the next slide. So here's the first example, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Here's the second thing the kiddos came up with, 5 times 2 plus 5 times 2. And then we can bring it down and draw it further. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 10, it equals 20. Here are the groups of. This is when she was able to add in a whole new little level of vocabulary. So multiplication really is just groups of. 5 times 4 is really just either 5 groups of 4 or 4 groups of 5. She always went with the first number, but I mean, you could later teach them. It's the same with multiplication. So then after she drew them out like little pieces of dice, she used numbers to represent them. So what if we just used 4 boxes with 5? So 4 times 5 is the same as 4 groups of 5 equaling 20. Okay, so that teacher was unbelievable, and I'm so glad you had us watch this. What would I change about her lesson? Nothing. Why? Because she was amazing. She allowed the students time to think about it and think about, what am I going to talk about with that number? She allowed them the ability to talk about their ideas with one another. The room was a buzz. Everybody was talking. What if we did this? What if we did that? She allowed the ideas to grow and change. As she allowed the students to talk, it looked like it was slightly difficult for her not to butt in a couple times, but she stopped herself and she didn't butt in, and that right there is a lesson to learn. She allowed the kids to talk and work it through. It was brilliant. And my bibliography page is there, and you have a wonderful day. Sorry it's one day late.